that was a commercial break. So I told you that something happened. My boyfriend, John, one day phoned my phone. And he phoned messages on the phone. I love you. I miss you. Hugs, kisses, hugs, kisses, hugs, kisses. And the conversation that followed after was, so Solome, who is this person? I didn't give him a name. Let me call him Matthew. So who is Matthew? So Solome lied through her teeth. Banange. You guys, when you're caught, just don't act like. So he asked me, so who is Matthew? I said, no, John. So Matthew, we're just friends. Friends. Friends of what? I miss you. I love you. About what? So yes, that's what happened. They phoned messages, and eventually it all came out that I was here having an emotional dating, fling with a married guy. And I think what made it worse was he was a pastor. So to my boyfriend it was like, and he's a man of the cloth, so what was he thinking? What were you thinking? How could you do this? And that really broke him. And that really brought me to face, I think, with Solome. There is a problem, a very big problem. Interestingly, most of my friends didn't know. My parents had no clue until now when they're going to watch this video. It's going to be interesting. But I think for me, it was like a light bulb moment, like, Solome, there is a problem. And so after that discussion, there was just so much drama around that. The Miss Solome crying out of guilt, out of they have found me out of banange. And anyway, stories were going to break out but I just say, they didn't break out. But anyway, it just made me see that Solome, I needed help. And actually this broke our relationship. So I broke up with John. We had dated for 2 years. We were even planning to get married. Those conversations were starting to happen. But I knew that I was so immature. I was not ready for a long-term relationship. I didn't even understand who I was. And of course, in the relationship, a lot happened, but I just needed space because I was in too many entanglements. Oshagera, you couldn't decipher. So do you love John? Do you love Tom? Do you love Matthew? Do you love Sam? Do you love Derek? Who do you? Oshagera. And I had to deal with that. So I had so many lessons from that. Of course, moving on. And I'm so glad that I took that break. I'm so glad I took that break because you guys, I was really a mess. I really, really was a mess from all those entanglements. And right now I've just said a few. There were others who were there. But I couldn't mention them right now. So for me, I just want to share just a few lessons that I learned. For me, my own personal experience. So one of them was self-control. So Solome, I love my emotional self, but I didn't have self-control. So I'd crash on a guy and just go, hey, banange, fire, power, oh my God, and just go with the guy. And I had to learn self-control. I had to learn that, guys, because I have crashed on you doesn't mean the next minute I am chasing you. And you guys, I used to chase guys, by the way. It was, Banange, I just called to say hi. Banange, are you there? Can I come and just visit? Those things. No. As in, I had to learn to restrain myself and have control of Solome's emotions. And then I met Bambek, a friend of mine. Now, this chick, when she sees a handsome guy, she just blurts it out. But you're so cute. Oh, you're just so awesome. And me, I used to find you can say that, you can be free like that. And so for me, I picked a leaf, and by the way, these days I do it. It helps me because it's out of my system. I don't go there at home. Then I think about, Banange, Derek. He's so cute. You meet Derek, you just say, you're so cute, by the way. I just need to say it, and it's out of my system. And that's it. Another lesson that I found out was that I realized was boundaries and walls. So for me, I never had boundaries, as I said. You just go. But I had to learn, guys, boundaries. And for me, this is how I can explain boundaries. Boundaries is I have a gate in my life, and I can open and allow whoever I want to allow, whatever I want to allow. and I also have a choice to close the gate. So I've learned that. So I really protect my space, and I protect my emotions and my heart. So I don't just allow for in my life. And it has helped me. Like even I learned from some friends of mine. Like sometimes I don't even take night calls from men because unless you're my brother and a special friend. But remember, if I don't know, I don't take night calls because you just end up in conversations. Yeah, when I saw you, yeah, the eyes, yeah, Prince, no eyes. But of course, the other thing is walls, because boundaries versus walls. So Solome, the kind of negative thing that I did is I boxed these emotions and said, these emotions are bad. Never ever feel these things. I put up walls. And I wasn't leaving. That's not living for me. Because then I'm not being the Solome who is emotional and out there. So Banangi, I had to learn that Solome, it's about boundaries, not necessarily walls. Then I had to learn my blind spots. Banangi, I have blind spots. Okay, sometimes I don't see them. That's why I have friends sometimes who help me to see my blind spots. But you guys, I have blind spots and I had to learn them. And so sometimes I can see myself landing for a guy. You see yourself sending messages. So sometimes what I do is sometimes I just share it with my two best friends. I say, you guys, I met this guy. He's so dope. He's so dope. And they say, tell us, what is he like? Mananga is like this, he's like this, like this. By the time I've talked everything out, he's okay, he's normal. That's the end of the discussion. So I've learned how to kind of check my blind spots and not put myself in situationships that can lead me into places that I really don't want to be in and get hurt. And then you're devalued because guys are treating you like, Salome, you can go in and out of her life anyhow. Anyway, you guys, I have, really had drama in my life. But those are the few lessons for me that have kind of kept me going with understanding my emotions and understanding Solome. And also just allowing myself to be. Because these days, I'm coming back to being Solome. Hey, the expressive Solome. I like hugs. I'm a hugger. Even though I'm going to stop hugging some people. But anyway, I still like hugs. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. And I know you are all thinking, so where is Solome going with this? So, somebody told me one time that, Solome, do you know you're beautiful? And do you know what I told them? Anyway, we shall meet again in the next episode. It's all about Ntwala Talks. Thank you for listening to me, Solome Basuuta. Everything love, everything fun, and everything wa la la. Mwah.